years ago, I died of COVID-19. George Paladin, he had been, I guess, in there in the hospital for more than a month in LA. He was not vaccinated and was on a ventilator after contracting pneumonia, according to FMK. And so they say that it was actually, he was awakened in 1991 by a traffic stop outside his house.
Sorry.
Seriously, you wish you would have done it years ago. Call System Pavers at 800-PAVE-004 or visit systempavers.com today.
All orders must be placed by September 30th, and installation must commence within 60 days of sale. See website for full offer details. Contract is licensed 661-575.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki from 1-800-NO-CUFFS. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z, Y, X, W, V. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Your SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a hot one ahead. Today's temperatures will range from the mid-70s at the beaches to the low 100s inland. This report is brought to you by 1-800-NO-CUFFS. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. We're watching the 110.
Not good now. If you are leaving South LA, headed for downtown Los Angeles, and especially if you left late, the northbound 110 is not for you. Northbound 110 at that ends before the 10. The right lanes have been blocked for a long time. We just flew over. It looks like only the two left are still open. A solid backup. It's working back towards the 105 right now. It won't take long. Now, we're in the express lanes, which actually end at Adams. Don't get me started, but even that's kind of slow approaching. So you have so many alternatives. So Broadway, Main, Figueroa, and Pedro, Vermont, anything up towards the 10 is better than sitting on the Santa Monica Freeway. A little better news for Dodger Stadium, South 5 to the South 110. That cleared over to the shoulder. Thank you to the CHP officers who did that. We watched it helping. And eastbound 91 at Norwalk Boulevard now. This is East 91. East of the 605, got a crash there, motorcyclist, driver involved, expecting a fast. More on that coming up. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff Bob, KFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen report limitations apply.
Hi, Mom. Did you get my list? What? Too early to talk Christmas? Now there's top reasons to visit Bermuda.
Get a 5-point Dutch oven when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. So the 27th or 28th.
Number 2.
We know you're ready for some football. Notice the big screens everywhere?
And the number 1 reason.
Get funky with the Commodores. Live October 1st.
Marengo. Good time.
You're recruiting for a clinical trial for a positive treatment to help those infected by COVID-19. If you're 18 or over and have tested positive for COVID-19 during the past 5 days, you may be eligible to participate. There's a clinical trial located nearby, and participation is voluntary. You may stop at any time. Participants will receive study-related care at no cost. To learn more, visit merckcovidresearch.com. That's MERCK COVIDresearch.com.
Find yourself in Spain. Visit Café Sevilla in the heart of downtown Costa Mesa, San Diego, and Long Beach. Enjoy live Gypsy King-style music and late-night dining in tapas bar 7 nights a week. Or experience their dazzling flamenco dinner show every weekend. With the holiday fast approaching, Sevilla offers private event spaces that will wow your guests. Dine like a true Spaniard and toast the holidays with a steaming pan of paella and festive sangria. Visit CafeSevilla.com for more info. Hooray! Income-eligible renters impacted by COVID-19 can now get 100% of their past due rent and utility bills paid by the California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program. Landlords with tenants who haven't paid rent because of COVID-19 are eligible for 100% reimbursement too. The application is fast, your information is private, and you won't be asked about citizenship. Apply at housingistrue.com before eviction protections end on September 30th. Brought to you by the California Department of Housing and Community Development.
I'm happy I went with SolarMax. I'm sad I didn't go with them sooner. I would have saved even more money.
Here's the new offer. New Tesla 420 panels and Powerwalls for $79.96 per month at $0 down.
Dial pound 250 from your cell and say SolarMax or go to solarmaxtech.com. Once they have available quick price, you got to be in line substitute department.
AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO fixed over 40 million transmissions, and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
And AMCO offers payment plan options for almost any credit situation. So it's easier than ever to fix it fast and pay it off slow.
That's AMCO, AA, MCO.
With more than 25 lenders at your disposal, Driveway can help you get into a new or used car today. Head to driveway.com now. That's driveway.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated, and divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone, but you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's California area attorneys. 1455 Frazee Road, Suite 500, San Diego, California, 92108. CordellCordell.com.
This is my business. I started it, and my hard work made it successful. We survived the last year, and things are starting to look better, but now hard work alone isn't enough. I need cash to hire some people and buy supplies.
Loan Me Business is for people like you. We can loan your business from $6,000 up to $250,000. And we understand that you don't need the cash soon. You need it now. And if your credit isn't perfect, that's okay. Apply today and you can have the money in your account tomorrow. Loan Me Business loans have longer terms, keeping your monthly payments low and manageable. You can even pay the loan off early to control your costs with no prepayment penalties.
That sounds great.
Simply go to loanmebiz.com to get started. That's loanmebiz.com or call 844-3-LOAN-ME.
Not all applicants will qualify. Approval in turn subject to credit standards. See loanme.com for details. Loans made pursuant to California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation Law License 603K061.
That's 844-3-LOAN-ME or loanmebiz.com.
I'm just going through the list of dead people you sent me over the last few weeks.
Ken and I text each other. It's a competition to see who breaks the news of the dead celebrity.
In fact, you and I are 4-4 in the last month.
We are?
Although if you go back another week, you're ahead me 7-5. I was going to say, I usually beat you. Yeah, I know.
John and Ken, weekdays at 2.
I beat you today, by the way. I know.
On KFI.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. It is the Bill Handel So, Bill's going to be starting at 7 o'clock. He is doing most of the show now. And sounding great, and that means very soon he'll be back to doing the whole show. Which is a pretty... Listen, I know that for you, this has been terrible. Because he has been gone for so long. But I want to say, take a step back for a second. If you take a step back and you realize what he has endured medically over the last month, culminating in that, and Jen, I won't go there because I know you don't like the graphic descriptions, but just to say, culminating in a major open heart surgery to replace an infected valve.
Yeah.
After a bunch of other medical challenges. That he is right on the cusp of being back 100% is actually remarkable.
It is. It's huge.
So, try to, I know it sucks. I'm here, there, it's not Bill.
That is not
But
the case.
I think think about this rather extraordinary recovery of Bill Handel, which shows how much he wants to be here for you. And he's mostly going to be here for you today and this week. And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not trying to, I don't know anything, okay? But I wouldn't be surprised starting next week doing the whole show. And then this whole thing is behind. Now, that having been said, and you've been fully updated, I like it when a listener knows absolutely as much about the situation as I do. I don't believe in keeping the listeners in the dark. Unless, I was going to say, unless you're into that sort of thing. But that's, it's sued by Darren Kavanoki.
He'd probably love it.
Let's get back to Handle on the News. Jennifer Jones-Lee. Well, another wrinkle in the investigation into the Gabby Petito disappearance and then the discovery of, by all accounts, her body in Utah and the disappearance of her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. And this has to do with the police intervention. When they were stopped by the police because they were speeding, I think their van hit a curb or something, and then what they told the police was they'd been fighting. Gabby Petito said, I have OCD and sometimes I get mad or I have problems, and I hit him. He didn't hit me, I hit him, and Brian Laundrie said, yeah, but I'm not that upset, I'm not trying to make a big deal about it. Well, in the police report they put that nobody had reported that he had hit her. There's a 911 call, and the audio is out, and in fact, somebody did call 911 and report that he was hitting her. How that didn't get into the police report is anybody's guess. So that confuses things, doesn't it? And makes it, well, now I like to leap to conclusions sometimes. I think when she told the cops she hit him and he didn't hit her, I think she was lying. And I think that this is classic victim behavior on her part. I'm starting to think this guy was abusive. And that the dynamic of the relationship is not only did she endure abuse from this guy, but it was the kind of abuse that put her into a mental state that if people were confronted, she would take the blame.
And you know what's crazy? On CNN right now, and I don't know if you have that on your TV.
I do.
They are showing it. They are showing the body cam footage of the interview where Gabby Petito says, no, I was the one who hit him, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. She looks like she's crying. She's kind of showing maybe where...
Well, there's something on her face. This is why now I think I may be right. There's something on her face, and they specifically asked her, did he slap you? And she says, no, he just took a hold of me with his hand. So she's minimizing his role in the altercation. Now, up until now, I mean, all we knew was they came out, she said, yeah, I got upset and hit him, and he didn't hit me, and the police said none of the witnesses said that he hit her, so you're like, okay, I mean, I guess I'll believe it. And then you hear the 911 call, so the whole thing starts with a 911 call that he's hitting her. It just adds another layer of sadness to the whole thing. and the gap between this public persona that they were giving, you know,
on social media.
on social media, we're on this track and we're in nature and we're doing yoga, and every video, one of them kisses the other one on the cheek spontaneously, and this whole big public demonstration of what a happy and loved couple we are, and it's looking like that probably was not accurate, and that he may be even more of a villain than we've been suspecting. Let's get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee, and then we will continue with Handle on the News. It's KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The president of LA's Central City Association has announced she's running for mayor. Jessica Lal says homelessness is the most important issue the city is facing right now. Her plan includes identifying people's specific needs and bringing them services they need, like rapid rehousing and substance abuse programs.
I will also consider raising private funds to take action against the other 87 cities in LA County who are not doing their fair share.
Lal will also want to expand the pool of developers who can build affordable housing. News is brought to you by Applied General Agency. A 30-year fight over travel land at Cal State Long Beach has ended with permanent protections for land and guaranteed access for cultural ceremonies. Hahasamen National Tribal Manager Joyce Stanfield Perry says this sacred land will no longer be erased.
To be able to protect a site like Pomona in an urban area in Southern California, it's just life-altering. You know, we're very, very happy, very, very proud.
Stanfield Perry says the lawsuit was filed because the school dumped more than 6,000 tons of construction materials on the land. CSULB says the settlement last week is consistent with the school's intent to protect the land. Well, many young renters are moving out to the IE.
A new study by Lending Tree found that in Riverside County, renters are on average 3 years younger than those in LA County. Jacob Channel with Lending Tree says, while it appears younger renters are drawn to lower prices in Riverside, the market is still competitive due to rising home prices, pushing would-be buyers out of the market.
This presents a problem, especially to many younger and lower-income renters who have suddenly found themselves competing with older and wealthier people.
Blake Trolley, KFI News.
The Pentagon is reviewing drone strikes that killed 10 people in Kabul last month. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby says the review will include questions of possible accountability.
To examine the investigation itself, the thoroughness of the investigation, to study the degree to which any policies, procedures, or targeting mechanisms may need to be altered going forward.
The commander of the U.S. Central Command has apologized for what he says was a tragic mistake. Police in the UK say they're charging a third Russian in connection with the nerve agent attack on a former Russian spy in England in 2018. Scotland Yard says prosecutors believe there was enough evidence to charge the man with conspiracy to murder and attempted murder. Former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter were targeted in the nerve agent attack the British authorities said almost certainly had been approved at a senior level of the Russian state. And the trend of furry friends guarding your hood is growing.
The Glendora Police Department has announced a dog walker watch program. It's not so much the dogs, but the owners who walk them who are trained to be more aware and how to effectively observe and report suspicious activity when they're out with their pets. Glendora is joining other cities in the Southland like Corona and Huntington Beach, and the state like San Francisco, and around the country. The idea behind Dog Walker Watch comes from the people behind National Night Out to enhance the partnership between police and the community. Michael Crozier, KFI News.
Oh, sure, Glendora. Start that after I move. I see how it is. All right, Jeff, what's up on the 91 in Cerritos?
Yeah, but you were the model for it, so you see there, it worked out pretty good.
The inspiration, I love it.
All right, make sure you stay with our traffic report. We'll stay with KFI all morning long, of course, but listen, the traffic situation is not good out here. First, a little bit of good news if you were listening early. East 91 going off past 605. Had a motorcyclist get involved with a crash with the driver of a car. It's all clear to the shoulder, so it's just a little slow going through there. Again, that's the East 91 going through the 605. Now, not good to this northbound 110 at Adams. We've had lanes blocked for a long time here, north 110 parking lot back to the 105. So many alternatives. Broadway, Main, Figueroa, San Pedro, Vermont, any of those are better than the freeway. Even the elevated express lanes, even they're getting real slow approaching the end where you have to get off at Adams anyway. And we're over a big problem now, another northbound problem. North 710 at Washington, right outside the Commerce Train Yard. The whole middle of the freeway is shut down. Only the left and the right are open. and this is backing up to the 105. So again, Atlantic, east, north to eastern, anything doesn't appear. I'm looking at all the on-ramps trying to get, and they're all backed up, trying to get on the freeway that's blocked up there. More coming up. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff Kfi in the sky.
When Bill and I needed new windows over 20 years ago, we picked a company we thought would do a good job. We were so disappointed.
So we saw a genuine need for a company with strong character, one that people could have faith in.
American Vision Windows was born right then and there.
What sets American Vision Windows apart is easily the culture. Their greatest investment is in their employees, and it shows.
It was a great experience. I couldn't ask for anything better.
I've been in the construction trade for 35 years. The level of quality of product that they use for their prep work was top-notch.
American Vision Windows continues to revolutionize the home improvement industry, one customer at a time, while changing the lives of our employees for the better. It's so simple.
Happy employees, happy customers.
For a limited time, American Vision Windows will pay the tax. Plus, you won't need to make payments for 6 whole months. Call 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com. For approved credit, not all applicants will qualify. The restrictions apply. Call or see website for details. Offer ends 10/31/2021. CSW number 778326.
SoCal weather from KFI, sunny and hot, and we do have a heat advisory in effect for some parts of SoCal. Starting at 10 this morning, lasting through 8 tonight. Highs at the coast will even be warm. We'll be in the mid to upper 70s, mid 80s to low 90s for Metro LA and OC. We'll be in the mid 90s and low 100s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Well, you heard me talk about my friends at Sunday and how they can sell your home fast without any repairs, without the hassle of dealing with showings, realtors, cleaning, or making upgrades. Now Sunday has made the process even easier for those who want to sell a property fast. Contact Sunday for your free no-obligation cash offer. They're going to visit your property, take photos, and do a 3D walkthrough. They'll package your property details and send it to the thousands of local investors in their database who are actively looking to buy properties. The average homeowner receives 12 offers on their property. It's quick and easy. Plus, you can close in as little as 10 days, or they have the flexibility to close in months. They can even give you a $20,000 cash advance, which will help with moving costs when you sell with Sunday. Go to Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com, or phone them, 800-25-OFFER. Get a free no-obligation cash offer at Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com. Sunday is a California licensed real estate broker. DRE license number 020-88298.
The ultimate whodunit that will leave you dying of laughter. Live on stage, Clue has murder and blackmail on the menu, and 6 mysterious guests arrive at Body Manor, based on the 1985 cult movie. Clue opens September 24th. Tickets at LaMaradaTheater.com.
Hey, it's Gary Hoffman. Let's talk about your Medicare coverage. Scan Health Plan is for people with Medicare. Now more than ever, it's important to have comprehensive coverage when you need it most. If you're new to Medicare, have both Medicare and Medi-Cal, or have been diagnosed with certain chronic conditions, you may qualify to enroll in Scan Now. Call Scan at 1-855-370-7226. TTY 711, or ask your agent about Scan.
Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Termite damage can be thousands of dollars. Got rodents, ants, or more critters? Get them all out with Dewey Pest and Termite. Family run over 90 years. Book your free inspection and $100 radio discount. Search DeweyPest.com/radio. For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules.
Live and local.
KFI AM 640.
iHeart radio station.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Good morning. It's the Bill Handel Show. He'll be taking over at 7. We're doing Handel on the News. Jennifer Jones-Lee and me.
All right, crazy story that starts with a cargo airline pilot who now they believe is tied to 3 sex crimes in Aliso Viejo. And apparently the guy was arrested in Alaska. He's a 51-year-old named Robert Yukis of Cathedral City. He was arrested in just a few days ago in Anchorage after he came back from a flight to China. And the cops identified him using DNA evidence gathered from 2 crimes that occurred in Aliso Viejo recently. But now they're worried that this guy could be tied to more crimes. And if you've seen 2 things that I noticed, I saw the composite sketch that they had of Robert Yukis yesterday. Spot on. It's one of those where you went, whoa, if you looked at that composite, and you knew who Robert Yukis was, you would have gone, wow, that's Robert Yukis. Like, I know in that picture. The other thing that I thought was crazy, I don't know what TV station did it, but he, for whatever reason, and I don't know what the tie-in specifically was, he was interviewed just a week and a half before he was arrested about the September 11th attack. And he had some photos of it, so maybe he was at the scene of it or something like that, or maybe helped with some of the rescue work that was tied to it, because he is a former Army vet. I'm not sure how that played a role in it. But he's on camera talking about 9/11, and he's talking about victims' families and what they must be going through, and it made your skin crawl to think that possibly this guy was on camera a week and a half after his latest alleged attack. Latest alleged attack, a week and a half later he's on camera, and then just a few days later he's arrested. If that's the case, what a timeline.
Yeah. Speaking of bad guys, Harvey Weinstein was in court where he pleaded not guilty to this local indictment, which has been amended 2 or 3 times. You know, one count got thrown out, and then they got it reinstated, and they added some things. But we are at the very beginning of what is probably going to be another long trial with this guy.
We got 9 cops from Oakland who have been disciplined over racist, sexist social media posts. 7 current officers, everybody from, including a lieutenant on this one, were suspended for up to 25 days without pay after an investigation into this Instagram account. And I guess there was one former Oakland police officer who was fired in 2020 for other misconduct on Instagram that was deemed racist and sexist, another for deeply offensive content. And this all started in January after a news website showed this Instagram account. And so it's called Crime Reduction Team, which included memes and images that joked about police brutality, rape, and undermining constitutional policing reform.
Boy, did they really have to clean all that up to report it in a newspaper. Yeah. I mean, you could read between the lines about what kind of material was being posted. Well, okay, but now here's the thing. Do we make any allowance for a job like that, being a police officer? And, you know, while some police officers see horrific things, many police officers have an entire career, and we know, and never pull their gun out. And never, but the threat is always there. Gallows humor is a well-established psychological vent when you're under a lot of pressure or to deal with upsetting things. Do we make some allowance for this kind of thing in the absence of any evidence that they were doing bad things as cops, and if they were only posting bad things as cops? Do we make any allowance for that, given the nature of the job? Or do we expect them not only to do the job, not only to follow all the rules all the time, but also to not have any outlet for the stress at all? And I don't know what the answer is, because the other side of it is, yes, but this kind of thing, when it goes public, completely undermines confidence in a police force.
Well, and I think, too, then the questions have to be asked, who got a hold of this? Was it social media just between these few officers, or was it some sort of private group? And then you have to ask, okay, who exposed it? Mm-hmm. Also, were they on social media in uniform, or was it just Bob Smith? And we didn't know. If you didn't know that Bob Smith was a cop, you would have no idea that this was Bob Smith, the cop's account. I don't know.
It sounds like it was standard, you can't say the correct term. God, I hate the FCC.
I know.
And I also, no offense to this company, but I hate all these big media companies who are so afraid of the FCC that they forbid even things that are completely okay. Nonetheless, you know it as S-posting.
Yeah.
Crap posting, but it's S-posting. It sounds like this was just S-posting. You're just throwing up memes and things that are dark, in poor taste, and it doesn't seem like somebody was coming on in uniform and saying, "Hi, I'm a cop, and I think we should beat suspects." I don't believe that's what was going on. So it's a tough situation sometimes. But probably one of their own snitched that account off. And now they're all in trouble. Let's get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee, and then we will finish up Handle on the News. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The White House says videos of border agents chasing down Haitian migrants on horseback are horrific. Some Democratic lawmakers have called for accountability, and Homeland Security says it will investigate. PG&E shutting off power to thousands of customers in 9 counties in Northern California to prevent wildfires. The public safety power shutoff is direct response to gusty winds and red flag conditions. And the largest trees in the world so far are safe from that wildfire in the Sequoia National Forest. Officials say an ancient grove of giant sequoias, including the so-called Four Guardsmen and General Sherman, have not been damaged. We've got your drive on the 110 again with BKFI in the sky next.
This is Cleveland Smith, owner of Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, and AC. And I know nobody wants to have a plumbing problem, but suppose you did. What would the perfect plumbing service experience look like? First of all, the technician would show up on time and be presentable, friendly, and wearing a clean uniform with an ID badge. Then they'd put drop-offs down around the work area and have the right tools to do the job. And if they needed a part, they'd have it on their truck. They'd give you a price quote up front, and they'd stick to it. At the end of the job, they would clean up after themselves and leave the work area cleaner than they found it. That's the perfect plumbing service experience, and that's exactly what you can expect when you call Service Champions. For clogged drains or any plumbing problems, call us at 833-777-7777 or find us online at servicechampions.com.
Want auto insurance with great savings and peace of mind? The choice is clear. Auto insurance through the Auto Club. Get your free quote today at AAA.com/insurance. You could save an average of $537 a year.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny and hot with highs mid-70s at the coast to the low 100s inland. This report is brought to you by the Auto Club of Southern California. Let's take a look at that drive on the 110 again.
Boy, oh boy. Jennifer, I'll give you some breaking news for weather. It's getting hot out here.
Oh boy, and it's just going to get worse, Jeff, so hopefully your ship's wrapped up soon.
Well, it is, but boy, no fun on the Harbor Freeway. Listen up now, if you just joined us, this has been working for a while, and we're circling over it right now. It's the northbound 110 at Adams, just before the Santa Monica Freeway. We've had most of the lanes blocked here for about an hour or so. Only the 2 lefts are open, and at times I've even watched them shut those down. But the bottom line now is back up to the 105. Even the Metro Express lanes now coming up, even they're getting real slow as you approach the end of that, which is at Adams again. So, Surface Street, that's the way to go. Broadway, Figueroa, Maine, San Pedro, Vermont. They were there forever, and they're still pretty good up towards the Santa Monica Freeway. It will save you time. A little bit of good news for the other big northbound drive, northbound 710 of Washington. We had most of that freeway shut down. That has cleared, but that's backed up solid to the 105. Now, driving a car, not a rig, but driving a car, maybe Atlantic, Eastern, any of those up towards the I-5 will help you out a little bit. Now, other than that, it's just plain busy out here. Even the West 10 from the 605 over the 710, it's on the slow side already. The 60, not too bad. It's a little slow getting through Paramount. After that, you'll be okay through the East L.A. interchange. And North 5, 605 up, again, just slow, all lanes open. Let's keep it that way. Nature tonight, that visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Bob, KFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Sam and Ash Injury Law. Sam and Ash Injury Law, a personalized injury law firm. Decades of experience with a laser-focused client approach. Choose Sam and Ash Injury Law if hurt in an accident. A powerful team that is confident and wins accident cases. Talk with someone right now. 800-304-2000 or samandashlaw.com.
I saw a house in our neighborhood that was up for sale, and all I could think was, oh, those poor people. I know what they're doing right now. They're getting the carpets cleaned. They're patching all the walls. They're probably doing some crazy work around the house they never would have done when they lived there. And I thought, I bet they don't know about opendoor.com. They could save themselves all that stress if they just logged on to opendoor.com. It takes away all the hard parts of selling your home. So you're not going to have to do those repairs yourself. You won't have to do the prep work or deal with a bunch of intrusive showings. This is the new way to sell your home. All you do is log on to opendoor.com, answer some simple questions about your house, how many bedrooms, how many baths, square feet, that sort of thing. Then they compare your house to others in the neighborhood and come up with a real competitive offer. So don't put yourself through all the stress. Sell your home the new fashioned way at opendoor.com. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc. license number 020-61130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets. Sell your home the new fashioned way, the stress-free way, at opendoor.com/myoffer.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Hey, Chandra here. Know why I got a whole house water filtration system from Purigan Water? Because I don't want to wonder if my family's tap water is safe. No more wasting money on bottled water, no plastic bottles to recycle, and no more visits to the chiropractor's office because you're lifting 5-gallon bottles of water or 40 pounds of salt. No calcium buildup on faucets or shower heads, and that alone is worth it. Purigan extends the life of your water heater. Be gone with this clean water. Purigan Water offers free lifetime service. No one else can make that claim. The system takes up a little tiny amount of space. So let's get Purigan, California's preferred whole house water filtration system. And for a limited time, when you buy a whole house system, you get the 6-stage alkaline drain system for free. 844-80-WATER. 844-80-WATER. That's P-U-R, again, water.com. Spelled wrong, but the water's right. 844-80-WATER. The Purigan man is your best friend to make your water pure again.
Attention homeowners, Interactive Mortgage has dropped rates again to a rock bottom 1.75% weight in APR. Yes, it's incredible. A rock bottom 1.75%. And if that's not enough, Interactive Mortgage will even pay your title, escrow, and appraisal fees. That's right, no points and no fees. Absolutely zero. Built, none. So what are you waiting for? Call now and take advantage of these never-before-offered rates. A 1.75% weight in APR with no fees whatsoever. Call Interactive Mortgage now at 844-371-CASH. That's 844-371-CASH. 844-371-2274. Or visit interactivemortgage.com.
Win Point Corporation, DBA Interactive Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, Terms and Conditions apply. New client